So, journey back to the heart. I am in a toner bed. I go to a holistic chiropractor, and he has me sit in this infrared bed that kind of helps with the adrenal glands, slowing down the nervous system, calming the body and the mind. And I wanted to do a small little short video talking about utilizing external resources to drop down into your heart center. Sometimes a day's tough and internal resources are more difficult, and it's okay to have extra support in order to like function and be all you can be in the world. And part of my process is getting the proper support in place, and my chiropractor is one of those beautiful resources. And today I had a difficult day. It was more of an emotional day. My son had broke his arm a couple months ago, and he previously broke his arm when he was younger, and his little nervous system, because he had to be put under, goes into freeze. And what that means is he kind of does the little 1,000-mile stare, or kind of looks like he's facing off. And so he's back into session to help his nervous system become more cohesive. And in that process, as a mom, we end up providing support in different ways. But what comes up is the navigation of how to be the best mom. And sometimes that means navigating with the father of my son. And me and his dad, we get along and we co-parent great. I would say for the average report, we do a really great job, but things are still difficult sometimes, and things are still triggering sometimes, and sometimes our communication needs assistance, and depending on the day, that's a little more difficult for me or more emotional for me. And so I think that there's something about sometimes utilizing external resources to be able to drop comfortably back into your body on difficult days, to be more fully present and aware. And I'm going to talk a little bit about being in your heart space, and how that it doesn't mean bypassing your nervous system and fight, flight, and freeze. Like, some of these things that I have to navigate with Isaac's father are sometimes triggering, right? Because they're rooted in some past unresolved ability to speak to one another or figure out things, right? So there's some difficulties around that sometimes. But what I would say is that him and I are both mature enough and believe in what we're doing enough, and love Isaac enough that we both get out of each other's way. But in the moment, it still brings up some unfinished, unresolved hurt. And for me to stay most in my heart center without acting out or placing blame or adding judgment or snapping, I have to take a minute and acknowledge that maybe I'm hurt or sad or angry still, um, and and let those feelings actually be there, and then do the self-care and dropping into the heart center and having space for all the emotional avenues being okay. And there's still a place in which we meet and we join and we work through these things, and it's for the betterment of our child. And so today, that was kind of my little journey, and you're witnessing part of my external resource of returning to my heart center. And I think that we should utilize those things like daily walks, yoga, meditation, chiropractic, a toner bed that looks like a tanning bed, which has infrared light, so it's not harmful to the skin. It's actually really good for the skin, and it feels like you're laying on a beach. It's beautiful. I wish I was on a beach. So yeah, I just wanted to like touch in for today, and thank you for being part of my journey, and I hope that my journey helps and is in service to somebody else who needs this message. So take care, have a wonderful day, and so much love.